and welcome back. My name is Lexi Jong, and here I like to talk about luxury makeup. Today we are going through some empties and some little mini product reviews on these items. So let's go ahead and get started. So these items are going to be in whatever order I pull them out of the bag. We're going to start off with this. This is the Chantecaille lip potion. Mine's broken. It has a hinge here, which you can see I broke, or rather, actually, my daughter dropped it down the stairs. So multiple times, by the way. So it has broken. There is a clasp that's supposed to be here. That's also missing. And inside is this really soft, pearly pink lip balm. It's very comfortable on the lips. And I think it is medium moisturizing. So if you have super dry lips and you're looking for something really healing or reparative, I don't think this is quite there. But if you're using something on a daily basis to kind of keep your lips in good condition, this works really well. And I was using this every morning and night for many months. So this was 4.5 grams, 0.16 ounces, made in Italy, has a 24-month shelf life. I'm not sure exactly when I started using this, morning and night, but I would say that I probably got about 4 months of use or so using it twice a day. And I did use it longer than that, but again, sometimes it was just once a day or not every day. I also have another lip balm here. This is the Sisley Nutritive Lip Balm, and I'm kind of cheating with this one because it was pretty much almost gone last time I showed you guys this. I just saved the tiniest bit so I could use it to compare to other lip balms. I really love the texture of this. It's a really nice lightweight balm. I would say compared to the Chantecaille, they're probably about the same with moisturizing capabilities. This one actually helps, it stays on my lips a little bit longer, whereas the Chantecaille one kind of sinks in. It feels a little bit more lotion-like, whereas this one it's got, that more sheer, not petroleum jelly, but it feels more like petroleum jelly on the lips. So that's the Sisley one. And yeah, I really liked this one. This one was actually 9 grams or 0.3 ounces. So it's a little bit, it's about twice the size. So this was 4.5 grams. And yeah, so this one I used quite a bit. I used this last winter and basically through the summer, and then just saved the last little bit and just finished it up. But I personally really like this one. Again, if you're looking for super deep moisturization, this isn't going to be it. But again, on a regular daily, keep my lips in check type of moisturization, this works really well. Next up, we have a mascara that I finished up. This is the Guerlain Mad Eyes Mascara, and I purchased it in the brown. And this is what the wand looks like. You can see it's pretty dried up now. And I really enjoyed this mascara. So I think it, gave a really nice, natural, everyday look. It does give a little bit of volumizing, nothing overly so. It's kind of like, just a little bit better than your natural lashes type thing. And I really enjoyed it. I have since found another brown mascara that I like a little bit better, but I would repurchase this. This is definitely something that, I would consider picking up again because I did really like this one. Next, we have the Chantecaille Rose de May Cleansing Balm. And I actually kept track of exactly how long I used this. And it lasted me 3 months to the day. And that is with use probably about 6 days a week. So I would use this to take off my makeup, and I didn't use a ton at a time. Now, I did mention before, once I hit pan on this, that I was a little disappointed because, the inside liner actually only goes to about here. So I'm not great at reading how, the grams and so forth on something. This is 75 milliliters or 2.5 ounces. And I can't see that visually in my head. So when I see this container, I really expected it to go basically down to the bottom. I didn't realize how much extra space there was, between the white liner in here and the side of the packaging. So let's see here. Yeah, it goes right to where my thumb is. So that's just under the halfway point. So I felt that was a little sad, but Do I like this cleansing balm? I really do. I love the cleansing balm. It worked really well. And there's enough oils in there that it does remove the Surratt Noir lash tint, which is a really nice feature for me. And it feels, moisturizing putting it on. I didn't feel any film or anything when I would remove this. However, I did usually use this as a double cleanse. Occasionally I would use this as my only cleanse. If I was wearing light makeup, I would just put this directly on my dry skin and, smear it in, add a little water to help emulsify that, and then wipe everything off with a bamboo microfiber cloth and so forth, and just rinse thoroughly. But most of the time I would do that as the first step, and then I would use a separate cleanser afterwards to be sure everything was off. So just so you know, I do really like the actual product in here. I found the size to be a little misleading just because I thought it was going to last longer than it did. So it's very expensive for what you get. I will be comparing some different cleansing balms very soon on my channel. And yeah, we'll talk more about this then. Next up, we have the Retrouvé Dermal Defense Hand Cream. I actually have a ton of these. I stocked up on these during the Black Friday deals that they had going on. I love these. I hate putting on hand cream. I don't like that greasy feeling. I'll put it on at night before bed, but I hate wearing it during the day because one, I wash my hands a lot during the day. I cook a lot. I don't want to have any residue in my food or anything like that. And I hate, when you touch paper and you get like greasy spots. This hand cream doesn't do any of that. So I absolutely love this. And this is 1.6 ounces or 50 milliliters. Now, again, this is misleading, because you see how big this is, but they do show you on the website before you order it what the size actually is. So your cap is the same size as this, but it's because of this pump. So I had no problems with the pump. It works really well. I didn't have any issues with that. And I have to say that this hand cream, you put it on and it feels like a hand cream. You feel like that like greasy moisturizing feeling at first, but it sinks in immediately. Within 30 seconds, I can touch paper without actually seeing any of the lotion on the paper. When I wash my hands after putting on this lotion, I can still feel that my hands are being moisturized. And as a matter of fact, they've just got some really nice ingredients in here that actually help to keep your hands in good condition. Now, I'm somebody who, because of all of my cooking and hand washing and so forth, and again, that's not because of the pandemic, that's just, how I am. But I am somebody who every winter, my fingers split open. So my thumb splits usually in 1 or 2 spots. I usually have 3 or 4 fingers that I have super glued at a time throughout the entire winter. Usually about 4 months of the year, I have to super glue my fingers shut so that they can heal. That's how bad my hands get. And that's with wearing lotion, a regular hand lotion. I've used a whole bunch of different dry ones, eczema ones, and so forth. And then putting Aquaphor on top. I wear the moisturizing gloves and I still end up with those problems every single winter. This hand cream, I've been using this before bed every single night. By the way, this lasted me 3.5 months of one use a day, essentially. So 3.5 to 4 months for 1 use a day with this hand cream. And yeah, I can put this on. I can wear my gloves. It does a better job with the gloves to help track that in overnight, but I don't have to. And I have I haven't had to glue my fingers at all due to dryness. I glued it once because I cut myself, but that was it. So I have to say that this hand cream actually works. I'm so happy to have found it and have it not be greasy. I actually gave it out as gifts for Christmas this year because it's just that wonderful. So I would highly recommend checking this out. They have a bunch of deals going on their website all the time. Definitely sign up for notifications. But there is a first time code. I think you get $20 off your purchase. And I forget, I think this is $55. So you can use the $20 off, get this for $35, try it out, or, see if you can get some samples. They do sell some samples and so forth on their website as well. and it's fantastic. It is so worth it. So I highly, highly recommend the hand cream. Next up, I finished this quite a while ago now, but this was the Biossance Squalene and Zinc Sheer Mineral Sunscreen. And I used this all summer, used this up completely, and I really, really enjoyed this. The only thing is, this is only, I think it's SPF 30. Where does it say it? Yes, it's broad spectrum SPF 30 UVA UVB, and I wanted something a little bit higher. So of course after this, I went and I bought like the Purito and the Claire's sunscreens, which then had that whole, issue with the SPF ratings not really being accurate. I guess they're really, instead of being SPF 50, they're really SPF like 19. So I'm kind of using those up now while it's winter. But I really enjoyed this, and it worked perfectly underneath my Surratt Perfectionist primer. I had no issues with any like tanning or burning or anything while using this. So I may pick this one up again. I really did like this sunscreen. Next up, this is really old, actually several years old. This is a foundation from Antonym, and it's called Skin Esteem. It's an organic foundation. So I've tried a few things from Antonym, this and I guess like a face powder, a few blushes, and I think something for the lips. I don't remember. But this foundation I really liked for quite a while for something that, if you're looking for something natural, but it has kind of like dried to this like more chalky consistency at this point. And yeah, so it was an okay foundation. It wasn't the best I've ever used or anything, so it's not something I'm going to repurchase. This one is definitely way too old, so I'm just gonna get rid of this one. Next up, I finished up another jar of the Biossance Squalene and Omega Repair Cream. And yeah, this is a moisturizer that I like to keep on hand all the time. It's kind of like my backup moisturizer. So anytime my skin is having like sensitivity issues, I reach for this. Or if I'm in between, so like during the winter, I like a heavier moisturizer, and during the summer, I like something lighter. This is kind of like my middle ground. So when I'm transitioning seasons, this is something I reach for as well. So this is something I will definitely repurchase again. I like to always keep a jar on hand. So really like this one. Next, I have another Sisley item. I actually have quite a few Sisley items here because I was using Sisley skincare exclusively for a while. So I wanted to finish up some things that I had like lying around. So this is the Hydra Global Serum. It's an anti-aging hydration booster. This feels like a light gel consistency, and it was very nice, but I can't say that I noticed any effects with it. I'm sure it did help with hydration, but I didn't notice any like anti-aging effects or anything with it. So I wouldn't repurchase this one again, but again, it's like, it's so hard to judge how well a product's really working with something like this. So I enjoyed it. I would use it again, but I don't plan on repurchasing again. So, if I get samples or something, I'll definitely use it. It's not something that I disliked. Then we also have the All Day, All Year Essential Anti-Aging Day Care Moisturizer. This has a thicker consistency, and, it's got a little bit more resistance in it. It's not like it's not that thick, like creamy, like oilier feeling. It's like more of a thick, creamy, dry feeling, more, a little bit thicker to spread and so forth. And I really enjoyed this one. During the summer, I kind of stopped using it for a while. It was a little bit too much for me with going outside in the heat, in the humidity, but I really enjoyed this for the rest of the year. So this probably lasted me about, let's see here, I would say 9 months of use. I had the actual bottle here I've had for over a year, but I would say with consistent use, it lasted me about 9 months. And I also finished up the Sisley Ecological Compound. Now this is a really lightweight moisturizer, and I wasn't really sure what this was for, but if you really look into it, this is supposed to be, it's gonna be one of those like vitamin or nutrient-based moisturizers for your skin. So you can use this on its own, or you can use this underneath a moisturizer if you want more moisture. So this is, it's not quite a serum, but it's sort of like a good ingredient complex for your skin. So Ray actually has something similar. So they have their nutrient serum, I think it's called. I forget exactly, but they have that is the same idea as this. So you can use it on its own as a lightweight moisturizer, or you can use it underneath other products. And I use this jar here is 4.2 ounces or 125 milliliters. I don't even remember how long this lasted. Probably, it was over a year. I don't think quite a year and a half using it twice a day. And I really like this. I would definitely repurchase this. And as a matter of fact, right now, my nighttime routine, I'm using all Ray Daytime, I'm using Augustinus Bader. Once I use up the Augustinus Bader, I think I'm going back to Sisley, and this is definitely something that I will pick up at that point. Expect that to be quite a while from now still though. And speaking of the similar Ray product, this is the Nutrient Face Serum. So I started using this September 19th of 2020. I actually recorded this on there, and I was using this morning and night. So I was using this twice a day, and it lasted me just over 3 months. But I have to say that, I do use a little bit more of this than some people do. So just so you know, when I asked them how long this should last, they say 3 to 6 months. So for me, I can get a solid 3 months from this. And again, just like that Sisley ecological compound, this is meant to be either a lightweight moisturizer on its own or a lightweight moisturizer to wear underneath something heavier duty, because it has all of these like nutrients for your skin in the compound. So during the summer, I can use this on its own as a moisturizer. When I opened this bottle in September, I was using this underneath things. And I used this again morning and night until I used up this bottle. And that was right around the beginning of the year, so right around January. And I think it was like maybe January 3rd or something. It was the first few days of the year. And here's the cap on this. By the way, Ray has different sizes. These are the 30 milliliter sizes. So this is the biggest size. And this is their classic packaging. And just recently, they have now introduced the Voyage packaging, which I'm not sure what that's made out of, but it's not this heavy duty glass. So there's a lower price point. I believe those are only in the 15 milliliter sizes, but I'd have to check their website. Previously, they were selling the 15 milliliter size in the glass jar, or you could get the full size, the 30 milliliters, also in the glass jar. I don't know if the 15 milliliter in the glass jar is still available or not, but I believe it is. So I think you have your choice of packaging. The Voyage collection was designed for those people who are traveling or throwing in their bags, so they didn't have something heavy and glass that could potentially break and so forth. Now we have a sample that I tried. This is the Jack Black Pure Clean Daily Facial Cleanser. And, I tried this out. It was an okay cleanser. It's something that I would use if I were like traveling or something like that, and I had a sample of it, but it's a little bit drying to my skin. So it's not something that I would purchase a full size of. Next, another Sisley item. This is the Eye and Lip Contour Balm. And this is a lightweight, kind of like a cooling gel type consistency. It does come with a little spatula. And during the summer, this is fantastic to put on when it's hot. It's got that really nice cooling effect to it. I find it to work really well under makeup and everything as well. But it's not heavy duty enough for me to use at night. So I would use this during the day, and I really enjoyed it. It's something I would consider picking up again. Now, another product I'm just going to get rid of. This is too old. These are the Kula Full Spectrum 360 Sun Silk Drops. And I picked these up when they first came out, which is probably like 2 years ago now. And this, it's this type of product. You can see mine's all like, separated and everything, but you've got this like dropper here. And the idea behind this was that you could add this SPF product to other things or spread it on yourself to kind of just add in some SPF. It's SPF 30. I just didn't like using it. So, yeah, it ended up going to waste, which is kind of sad. I didn't feel comfortable with it giving me enough sun protection. And I thought I'd really like, being able to kind of add it in, but it is kind of like a runny serum type thing. So whenever you're adding it to it is going to kind of change the consistency of what you're using. And if I just wore it on its own, I just felt like, well, what's the point of not just using a regular sunscreen instead? So this is a product I just wasn't really a fan of. Another product that I really dislike is the Cosa Sport deodorant. This is the unscented one, but they do have a scented one as well. And this is a deodorant. I've spoken of this before that I really just didn't like it. So you have to like kind of squeeze it really hard to get product to come up for the ball to move. And it doesn't flow well. Like it keeps getting stuck. And then to really, like you're really squeezing it. So I ended up not using this too much. I have to say it also didn't work. So I used it during the summer and it's a deodorant. It's not an antiperspirant. So it's not going to help with sweating, but I would smell. So I had to stop using it. I tried it again when the weather got cooler just to see, if I had any issues with it then. And, it just really doesn't work. So this I just really detest. So that is going in the trash. Another makeup endy. I mean, it's so rare for me to get makeup endies, but this is the Tom Ford Fiber Brow Gel. And I really love this product. And I have quite a few brow products I'm using right now. I'm trying to use up the Guerlain Matte Eyes. And, I've really been enamored with the Gucci Brow Pencil and the Syrup Brow Pomade. I love that combination. So that's probably going to be my go-to. But for having something quick and easy to have, I love having this on hand. So I'll definitely be picking one of these up when I see it on sale sometime. So I did try to pick one up recently, but they were out of my shade when it was on sale. So I'll pick it up when it's on sale because I think it's really something great to have around. And if you're looking for a single brow product, I think it's one of the best out there. A few other things. We have a little tiny sample of the lotion P50V 1970 from Biologique Recherche. And, I liked this. I actually purchased a big bottle of one of their P50s. I forget which one. I actually meant to order, I think this one, and I ordered the wrong one, but I ordered a big bottle. So I have to say, I've been using it for many months now, and I think I've only used a quarter of the bottle. It lasts forever. The one I did order, unfortunately, it's a little bit too strong for me, so I'm only using it once a day. So that's one of the issues. This one here, I would have been able to use twice a day. That being said, I haven't really noticed a difference using the P50 toner. I'm definitely going to use up the bottle that I have. I don't know if I'll repurchase. I am going to see if I can get my skin up to using it twice a day during the summer. I'm not going to deal with it now during the winter when my skin's so prone to dryness. But during the summer, I'll see if I can work my way up to that and see if maybe that will help me notice a difference with that product. I also used up a sample of the Wheel from Chanel. This is the cleansing oil. And I have to say, I didn't know if I would like this. It does have a scent to it. I love it. So it works so well. So I ended up buying a full size of this just recently. And yeah, I think it's one of the best cleansing oils I've ever used, because a lot of times when I use a cleansing oil, my eyes get really sensitive and they get really watery after using it. And it has not happened with the Chanel. I thought for sure it would, especially with the scent and the fragrance in there, but I've had absolutely no issues with it, and it really does take everything off. So to use this, I would actually just pour a little bit in my hand. I start with my eyes and kind of like emulsify it on there, and then I wipe everything off with a warm washcloth, and then I do another cleanse. But it's a fantastic product, so I'm really glad that I tried that. Then I have a few more things. So this is a sample of the Chantecaille Bio Lifting Cream. This is a nice moisturizer. I really liked the weight of this for winter. I used it during the daytime during the winter, and it's like a nice, thicker weight moisturizer. It's a sample. I didn't really notice any like actual long-term effects or anything, since obviously it's a small size, but I could tell when I put it on that there was a little bit increased firming. Like I could feel like when I touched my skin that it felt slightly firmer than it did prior to applying the moisturizer. So, you know, I think it's a really nice cream. It's something I would consider purchasing in the future. And then also just a sample size of the Jasmine and Lily Healing Mask. This is something I already have a full size of. It's one of my favorite face masks. It's just a really nice, it gives moisturizing, and you know, if your skin's feeling like sensitive or dull, but you don't want to like exfoliate per se, then I just think it's a great mask. It's definitely one that if I remembered to mask every week, I would use it every week. I'm terrible at, you know, actually getting around to putting on face masks on a weekly basis. And my last item is the Sisley Stilo Lumiere. So I have shade 1, which is actually a little bit deeper than I would like. It does work for me, but I would prefer to have it a little bit lighter. So I've been using the Chantecaille Le Camouflage Stilo instead, because that shade is a little bit lighter, a little bit less beigey pink. So I really like this product. I found, you know, when you first get it, obviously you twist it a lot to get the product up, but after that it was really consistent, and you know, the product flows through very easily, no issues with that. I actually think this packaging is better than the Chantecaille packaging. The Chantecaille one, it's like a click top here, or click bottom. So you click that, and then this has a brush style here. And in order to, like, there's a delay, like it's not just like a 1 or 2 second delay. So before the product gets to the top. So I do prefer the packaging of this. I prefer the color of the Chantecaille. They both perform fairly similarly under the eyes. So I would pick this one up again, but I think, you know, unless they end up, they've been expanding their color range, and they've been adding, like they recently added some new foundation shades. So I think I might have a foundation shade in Sisley now. So if they add a lighter shade of this, I will definitely pick it up. Otherwise, I'm probably just gonna stick with the Chantecaille, even though I'm not thrilled with the packaging of it. All right, so those are all of my empties from the last however many months. And I hope that these little reviews and thoughts on these items were helpful. I know I personally always like to see what people truly use up and then what they actually just end up throwing away. So hopefully this was helpful for you as well. I have to say that all of the Sisley skincare that I used, I really enjoyed. And I know I've had some empties from them in the past for other items. Some of the things that I'm really looking at including in my routine next time I go, which probably won't be till the fall. Next time I go to purchase daytime skincare, I want to go back to the Lentigirl firming serum and so forth. You know, that is something that I truly notice effects with. You know, I have the 11 lines here and these lines here, and with continued use of that, I truly did, you know, they were so much less noticeable. You know, you couldn't really see that one. So that's definitely something I am looking at including in my routine again in the future. And I really just enjoy their skincare a lot. So I think I'll be going back to those and sticking with the Ray Trouvé at night. I think they're just all fantastic products. And, you know, maybe I'll include some Chantecaille in there as well, because I've really enjoyed a few of the samples I've tried. I haven't purchased too many of the full-size items. I do have some, like the Rose de May face cream and so forth, but I'm really using that more so during the summertime than I am at this time of year right now. So we'll see how things go, but I hope that you enjoyed this. And if it was helpful or you enjoyed it, please be sure to hit the thumbs up button. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. And I hope to see you next time. See you very soon. Have a great day and stay safe and healthy.